Hey, good morning, everyone. Saturday, 2nd of May, 2020. Damn, it's about 10 minutes to 6. I am not going to get this thing uploaded by 6 a.m., which is the goal I usually set for myself. Yeah, your ever flexible, always fluid, most humble, and now hungover messenger is running a little bit late, but don't fear, the dog's got their run. It's somewhat ironic that one must become unsober to research a sobering moment. Title of this video today, people, is Two Fridays. The two Fridays I'm referring to is Friday, March 20th, when at 12 noon, Governor Doug Gates put the boom down on North Dakota's economy, including bars and restaurants, and Friday, May 1st. So, the fact you don't have to do it. Your humble messenger lit out yesterday on his research project, at his own expense, at great physical harm to his own body. And I wanted to see how Friday, May 1st would stack up to the jovial, party-hardy atmosphere of Friday, March 20th. Friday, March 20th, I spent in my kids' bar at Shooters, from about 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock till noon when they had to close. And Friday, May 1st, I started out in 3 towns, 3 bars. I went to Leeds, got there maybe 10:30ish, Rugby, and ended up in Willow City at Shooters. And I want to tell you, people, big, obvious differences. First of all, the mood of that Friday, March 20th, like I said, was pretty jovial, pretty party-hardy. This is going to blow over, this ain't going to last long. People were in pretty good spirits, lots of drinking, lots of celebrating. And at noon that day, I opened up the Alamo from noon on until April 30th. Now, the mood yesterday, in every bar I went to, first of all, you walk in, and it doesn't look right. You got that weird spacing at the bar, 2 stools, 6 feet, 2 stools. You got some tables with the chairs down, some tables with the chairs up. You got stacked bar stools sitting around. Just didn't look right. And what was sorely missing is it wasn't that many people. You would think after 6 weeks of lockdown, the place would be packed. Any place you went to would be packed. It'd be a bigger holiday than opening Deer Friday. No, wasn't the case. I'm not saying their businesses were poor, but it wasn't like I expected, and it was nowhere like Friday, March 20th. Somewhat odd to your humble, flexible, fluid messenger. Now I ended up back at Shooters, probably 4:30, somewhere around there, and it wasn't that incredibly busy either. Now we were telling ourselves, well, it's still kind of early. Yeah, but you know what, on March 20th, 8 a.m., that's pretty damned early, and that place was busy. And by 9 a.m., that place was wrapped. I mean, there was definitely no social distancing on March 20th. So it's just odd. And I'm sitting around Shooters. People are kind of trying to make the best of a situation. And we're kind of cracking jokes about, hey, it's going to really be a bitch to play cards in this bar when you've got to deal cards one at a time to somebody that's 12 to 18 feet from the dealer. You crack a few jokes about the skills of a magician. And then North Dakota's got this most stupid rule. You can sit at a bar, but you can't stand at a bar. So we were particularly picking on one patron, and your humble messenger never, even under the threat of torture, reveals his sources. But we'll just call this guy, let's see what we call him. We'll just call him BF. Yeah, I don't want to expose him to the public. He definitely was celebrating the moment, if you know what I mean. So one of the ridiculous rules of the North Dakota Healthy Guidelines is no standing at the bar. So we would point out to the bartender, hey, look over there, BF standing at the bar. The bartender would respond, no, he's not, he's wobbling. And wobbling doesn't violate the guidelines. Take it for what it is. People trying to put a little humor twist on a rather sobering. I don't know, I ran into some of my subs there. You guys, what did you think? Just didn't feel right. I'm not going to say doom and gloom. Of course, the shitty weather yesterday didn't help anything. I left my window down in Leeds, don't you know? And I'll tell you what, they say you get your feet wet, you get the chills, it's hard to warm up. Hey, wet ass, it's right in the same category. Nice 58-mile trip. Don't happen to have a towel or anything to sit on. Well, anyway, typical day in the life of your ever-flexible, always fluid, humble, and hungover messenger. Okay, so my research netted what? What can we take away from it? I don't know. I'm going to give it another shot today. Yeah, I sure don't feel like it. And check it out again. But the mood is nowhere on May 1st that it was on March 20th. I guess that's the takeaway. Just my observation. Somewhat depressing. I just thought people would really be in a mood to, like cabin fever, man. Now you can get out and do something. Okay, let's move on. So those pictures, what in the hell are those pictures? Well, the very first picture is from a 1966 movie, Fantastic Voyage. And in that movie, some research doctor discovered a way to shrink people and equipment temporarily to enter the human body and go after devastating cancer cells and zap them with their little laser guns. Kind of a futuristic, kind of a prophetic telling movie. Now, what's that thing sitting next to it? Is that the new Monocorona 2 of Pandemic 2 that Dr. Fauci insists is coming upon us? If you guys don't maintain your social distancing in North Dakota, are we going to get blast number 2? No. What's sitting next to that picture, is called a Manganiscan. It is a laboratory-created nanobot. Kind of looks like the Monocorona, don't it? Doesn't have the pink and white and the pretty colors of the Monocorona. Yeah, they made that in a lab. And guess what? They can disperse that airily through aerosol, and they can inject it into body fluids. How cool is that? 1966, you had to shrink the people and the equipment. This is now the new generation of nanotech. And guess what else they can do? Did you learn anything, ranchers, yesterday from the videos? Did you check the links? They can make laboratory-created meat. You getting it, ranchers? Lab-created meat? You're going to be obsolete, and very soon, according to UN Agenda 2030. If you don't know what UN Agenda 2030 and sustainable development is all about, you might want to look into it. Oh, and by the way, you can probably purchase lab meat they want on the shelf by 2022. Gruesome. Okay, finally, because we can never get enough of a good thing. Yep, I'm going to leave a link to a Bill Gates featured video. A very well done video. It's part 1 this week, part 2 coming next week. I'm telling you, the Gateses, the family Gates, the Gates Foundation, the Gates Trust, they got more tentacles than an octopus. Bill Gates, and that beast he's married to, Melinda, definitely worth a watch. And people, I gotta stress the links. You've got to check these links out. If nothing else, sub those channels. Because I'll tell you what, the old Warhorse laptop this morning was not hungover. It fired right up, and it's purring like a kitten. But that's today. Tomorrow might be a different story. So, believe it or not. So anyway, let me get back to that. Click those links. If you do nothing more, go back and put them in your favorites or watch them later, but sub those channels. Because if I go dark, my channel won't go dark. You can always go back to my channel and find some of those links and sub those channels. They're much better video creators than your most humble hungover messenger. Okay, people. I'll tell you what, it is about, it's almost 6 o'clock. Damn, I'm behind. I have a maximum amount of stuff to do in a very diminished capacity to do it. So, more research today. Give you an update tomorrow. Something's wrong with this picture, people. You guys have a good day.